You may have seen the story in the New York Times of the greedy brothers who raided hand sanitizer and disinfecting wipes and other supplies from tons of local stores, spending thousands of dollars and then trying to jack up the price on Amazon only to get shut down. Well, this guy got torn up on social media. We've got some developments now emerging. Apparently, the AG, the Attorney General, went to his storage unit where all supplies were, took them all, and they're donating them. Some people have cried this is theft. We'll take a look at the video. But first, social media shames greedy, selfish, price gouging brothers for selling $1 hand sanitizer for up to $70 each before they were shut down by Amazon, leaving them with 17,700 bottles and nowhere to sell them. First, a bit of the context. Two Tennessee brothers who bought 17,700 bottles of hand sanitizer and sold some of them for as much as $70 to earn a profit off the coronavirus say they have received death threats after being shamed on social media. Matt and Noah Colvin of Hickson, Tennessee, drove 1,300 miles across the state and neighboring Kentucky earlier this month after the first coronavirus death was reported in the U.S. Seeing a lucrative business opportunity, they filled a U-Haul truck with thousands of bottles of hand sanitizer and thousands of packs of antibacterial wipes that they cleaned out from various Dollar Tree, Walmart, Staples, and Home Depot locations. In total, they spent between $10,000 and $15,000 stocking up on the items which are now in demand thanks to the global pandemic that has killed thousands and will likely infect many more. The bulk of it was purchased just driving around to retail stores in the Chattanooga area, Matt Colvin told WRCB-TV. We can see all of these photos here. This guy stocked up like crazy. And then when you went to the store to get your hand sanitizer, guess what? There was none. Because people like him were trying to exploit this. This is scalping, okay? I get it. It's buying a product and then selling it at a jacked up price, but that's messed up in an emergency. I understand how capitalism works. You can go buy a piece of gold and then wait till people want the gold and sell it for more money. That's normal. That's trade. This guy was exploiting fear and panic. Matt Colvin then stayed at his home near Chattanooga, where he was expecting deliveries of boxes of even more sanitizer, cleaning products, and surgical masks. Colvin told the New York Times that he began listing some of the products on Amazon and was selling them at a considerable markup. It was crazy money, he told the Times. Colvin, like other online resellers, bought the items at a store for reasonably priced sums. A bottle of Purell hand sanitizer normally sells for $1 each. On Amazon, he charged $20 for a 2-pack set, according to the Times. Colvin defended himself against accusations he was price gouging, saying that the cost of delivering it to customers as well as Amazon's commission eat into profits. He said that anti-price gouging laws in Tennessee and elsewhere are not suitable to the current digital age. They're built for Billy Bob's gas station, doubling the amount he charges for gas during a hurricane, Colvin said of the laws currently in the books. Just because it costs me $2 in the store doesn't mean it's not going to cost me $16 to get it to your door. When asked if he felt badly about turning a profit by selling products that prevent the spread of the lethal virus, Colvin countered that he was just correcting inefficiencies in the marketplace. There's a crushing, overwhelming demand in certain cities right now, he said. The Dollar General in the middle of nowhere outside of Lexington, Kentucky, doesn't have that. Colvin then claimed he was simply running a business that was meeting consumer demand. I honestly feel like it's a public service, he added. I'm being paid for my public service. Amazon, however, put a stop to it, pulling his items as well as thousands of other listings for hand sanitizer, toilet paper, and antibacterial wipes. All right, let's stop for a second. There's no excuse for selling it for $70. He does have a really good point, though. I'm not gonna be completely harsh on this guy, but here's my opinion. He's right about the demand in the middle of nowhere, Kentucky, where almost no people live. These stores get a big supply of hand sanitizer that they're likely not going to sell it for a really long time. You can go there and buy it, sell it for a markup to make an honest profit. But this guy was selling some bottles for up to $70. All right, so I don't know what his full breakdown was, but I have no problem. If you go to a gas station, buy a thing of bottled water, drive into a hurricane area, and then you want to sell it for a couple bucks more. Jacking up the price for desperate people, however, in my opinion, is exploitation, and I'm not a fan of it. I know a lot of laissez-faire capitalist people say, buyer beware, and either they sell it this way or the people have no water. But I think there are limits, man. I'm a mixed economy kind of guy, right? Well, apparently this dude is getting annihilated on social media. We can see this reporter from WRCB tweeted, Matt Colvin in Hickson, Tennessee bought 18,000 bottles of sanitizer before the shortage surrounding COVID-19. He admits to cleaning out stores in multiple states, intending to sell for a profit on Amazon. Amazon took down the listings. We know this. Well, on his website, it now says the hand sanitizer in the NYT story is being donated to a local church and first responders tomorrow. It would seem that the massive backlash he received triggered him to say, I'm going to give it away. Now, this is where it gets interesting. Apparently, without him being around, the attorney general showed up to his storage unit and just took everything, to which some people are calling theft. But on his site, he did say he was giving it away. Now, check this out. The Tennessee attorney general is investigating reports of price gouging during the they spelled COVID wrong, the crisis. Memphis, Tennessee. The AG has ordered 2 men to stop buying and selling medical products after reports of price gouging surfaced amid the coronavirus pandemic. Attorney General Herbert Slattery's investigation has led him to believe Noah and Matt Colvin of Hickson, Tennessee, bought the products from stores in Tennessee and Kentucky. In a statement released by the AG's office, Slattery says price gouging at a time such as this will not be tolerated. We will not tolerate price gouging in this time of exceptional need, and we will take aggressive action to stop it, said Attorney General Herbert H. Slattery. During this pandemic, we ask that you report suspicious activity to the Division of Consumer Affairs and refrain from threatening or hostile communication with individuals or businesses you may suspect are price gouging. Our team will review complaints closely, and we are prepared to act to protect Tennesseans. According to the AG's office, the law prohibits vendors from charging too much during a crisis linked to a state of emergency, which was announced Thursday by Governor Bill Lee. Under the law, the AG's office can put a stop to price gouging and seek refunds for consumers. The courts may also impose civil penalties against price gougers for every violation. The law applies to all levels of the supply chain, from the manufacturer to the distributor to the retailer, said the statement released by the AG's office. Now, there's a challenging argument here, man. Let me show you this tweet from the journalist. He said, happening now. Matt did not answer our calls, so he went to his storage unit. The AG's office was on the scene, facilitating with the donation. This is the 3rd stop they've been to this morning to gather the sanitizer. So I guess I'm curious, are they facilitating a donation, or were these brothers terrified because of the threats they received, said, fine, we're going to give it up, and then the government came and just took everything they owned away? I don't know, man. I don't know what to tell you. I do think we have an issue of these 2 brothers not realizing the media is not your friend. They are not here to tell a good story about you. They're here to get sensational clickbait and rage bait and to say whatever they want. So based on what this guy's statement was, where he said he thought he was providing a service, I think these 2 brothers thought they were doing something good. They looked at an area that wasn't impacted. In fact, a lot of the panic buying was happening in New York, Honolulu, Washington, D.C., for instance. And so they probably said, hey, we're in the middle of nowhere, really low population density. We'll go buy this product. We'll ship it out. We'll send it around. We'll make a profit on it. They probably made a little bit. They probably made a way more money than is considered reasonable. But let me tell you something. The court of public opinion doesn't care about what's true or not. They care about if they're angry and shutting you down when they do get angry. That's why it's very important we have a legal system that actually looks at the facts. Unfortunately for us, we still do have a court of public opinion. And while I'm no fan of price gouging, like I said earlier, I said in a different video, there are some areas where it is okay. He makes a good point. Let's be fair, man. The guy makes a good point. If people in this area don't need it, what's wrong with selling it to people who do need it? The problem, however, is the people ordering it probably aren't in high risk areas either. So the problem is this guy went around buying up local sanitizer to ship off to other areas that probably aren't as heavily impacted, and he was turning a profit doing it. Reselling to people in areas who don't need it is not, in my opinion, it's not a legitimate, well, look, it is a legitimate trade. I get it. But it's still him just capitalizing off of panic and taking advantage of our goodwill, or taking advantage of fear, I should say. But I guess it's a bigger question as to whether or not the issue here is this guy allowing the AG to go to his units and just take everything from him? And is it even appropriate that we're going to be donating this stuff to churches? I don't know. I don't know what to tell you, man. Amazon shut them down. The prices for these products on Amazon was substantially higher from Amazon themselves. So when you go on Amazon, you can see third-party resellers versus actual Amazon sales. And the cost, according to the New York Times, for these goods on Amazon was like a third the price of what the price gougers were selling for. I know there's a lot of people who are more on the laissez-faire capitalist side who say, hey, supply and demand, buyer beware. I can respect that in many, many regards, but not so much in an emergency when people are panicking. I can't stand, look, when you see venues and they'll put up tickets for sale and then people show up, they'll go online, they'll buy everything and resell them. That is just injecting yourself in between the people, the supplier and the buyer. And I am not a fan. When there is a manufacturer to retail middleman, sometimes it makes sense. Look, I'm not going to order in bulk Cheerios and get a discount rate on it. But I do get those savings when I go to a store that has bought a bunch because they're planning to sell it to most people. It's how distribution works. In this regard, this guy was going to make a profit off of a product that was already available and being sold by many of these stores. So, look, I don't think this is an issue where there's a 100% perfect answer. But I do think I'll put it this way. I'm going to absolutely question whether or not the government can show up and just take your stuff. I don't think that's the right move. But look, don't take it from me. I don't know what the right answer is, man. These things are so confusing. And a lot of people got strong opinions. I'll leave it there. I'll just leave it with, it happened. The dude bought it all up. I kind of disagree with it. But I also disagree with the government just seizing his property after he bought it already. I'll see you. I got one more segment coming up. I'll see you all in a few minutes.